My name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a quick reading to see what your person's current thoughts are about you and about the connection that you are in with them. With that said, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. And with that said, for pile 1, we have goldstone. For pile 2, we have yellow mookaite. And for pile 3, we have tiger's eye. Hello, pile 1, my goldstone pile. Let's take a look at what your person's current thoughts are about you and about the connection that you share with them. We'll get a couple of tarot cards out here and maybe pull an oracle card or two as well to see what it is that they admire about you. Okay, pile 1, we have a couple cards all jumping out, one right after the other. Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. I feel like this is overall very positive. The Three of Wands can be an indication that this person is very future focused when it comes to this connection. That can be an indication that, you know, this person may be actively, especially with the Queen of Wands. I look at the Queen of Wands and really all of the Wands court cards as being cards that are indicative of, you know, like experiencing and exploring. And in that case, or in this case, I feel like some of that future planning or this person being future focused is them trying to make plans with you, trying to set up dates with you, trying to do cool things together, you know, like planning dates, planning ahead for the future. And perhaps for connections that are more serious, it's not just that we're, you know, planning fun dates or cute things to do together, but this person is also actively working toward a future or a life with you. Especially with the Ace of Pentacles next to it. The Ace of Pentacles is a card of opportunity. It's a card of stability and security. And I feel like when we're looking at that Three of Wands moving forward to the Ace of Pentacles, there's this indication of this person making positive movement forward toward commitment or deepening the level of commitment within this relationship. I feel like it's an indication of this person trying to make the relationship or the connection more stable and secure in some type of way. And this person is really thinking about the future with you in mind. And hopefully you yourself are also thinking about your own future with this person in mind. Whatever the case might be, it seems like there's been a lot of chats about the future, and the seriousness, let's say, of those chats would be highly dependent on how long you've been with this person. So obviously, if we're just starting to date this person, then this person again might be planning future dates. This person seems very keen on, you know, planning ahead. Like if you went on a first date with them, they were already asking you when you'd be available for a second date or a third date, fourth, fifth. You know, it's just like this person is really putting in an effort. That's something that comes through very strongly here, is this person putting in an effort and giving you their time, effort, and energy. Now, if we've, again, been with this person for a while, we could be talking about moving in together, getting engaged, sort of planning out, you know, what the future looks like for the both of you together. So I feel like that's overall very positive. And one of the biggest things that this person is thinking about in regard to you and in regard to the connection is how the future is going to look between the both of you. And it's in a very positive way. It's in that way of this person seeing a future with you, seeing that this connection has long-term potential, and wanting to do things to make this connection more long-term or more committed to one another. Whatever the case might be, I do feel like this person sees that there is potential for a long-term relationship here, and they seem to be putting forth the effort that they need to put forth in order to make that happen. With the Queen of Wands to me is going to indicate that this person really views you in a super positive light. They view you as somebody who is independent and successful. They also view you as being someone who's motivated. So this future that they're working toward, they feel like they've got a partner or a teammate by their side who is also helping work toward that future that the two of you envision. Not only that, but I usually dub the Queen of Wands as the sexiest of all of the queens. And with that said, there's a lot of physical attraction also that your person, you know, feels toward you. This person, when it comes to that Queen of Wands, they ultimately also find you to be someone who's very fun or exciting to be around. I also feel like this person at this point in time has this perception of you as being someone who's open to or up for anything. And that's something that they might really appreciate, especially if there's someone who's more so on the spontaneous side. They feel like you're always up for a new adventure. You're always up to go experiencing and exploring with them. So all in all, I hope that that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. Let's get some oracle cards out here too, just as what it is that they admire about you, what it is that they think of you. My pile ones. Let's see what it is that's on this person's mind in regard to you. Okay, we start out with the Sun Dancers. Joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. Overall, I feel like that makes a lot of sense because at this point in time, there does seem to be fun and exciting things happening within this connection. Like it seems like the both of you, whether you've been together for, 3 weeks or you've been together for 3 years, it just seems as though the two of you are always looking to make the other person happy. It seems as though the two of you are always up for your next adventure, whatever way that makes sense for the both of you. There does seem to be a lot of fun and joy had within this relationship. I also feel like this person views you as being someone who is perhaps, very positive, very optimistic, and that's something that they really appreciate about you, is that at the end of the day, the two of you, find a way to resolve things between one another. The two of you find a way to still have fun together. And I feel like perhaps for those of us that have been in a relationship for a little while now with this person, it's one of the things that they appreciate about this connection that they have with you the most is the fact that the two of you still have so much fun and that there's still so much laughter, even though you all have perhaps been together for a while. And of course, for newer connections, this person is really enjoying their time with you, and I would say that that's likewise. I would say that you're also very much so enjoying your time with them. Also, the message of abundance on that card, I feel like, leads us back to both the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. This person views you and feels like you are somebody who's very independent, very successful, very abundant, and also perhaps that you are someone who is very confident and self-assured. They know or feel that you believe in yourself, and that's something that inspires them. And then the last card to jump out is the Eyes of Beauty, positive expectations and clarity. So again, this person views you as being somebody who generally is very positive, optimistic, joyful. And I feel like that's also something that perhaps you instill in them. Not so much that they're, a negative person, but your positivity and your ability to, let's say, look on the bright side of things is something that really inspires them to do the same. Not only that, but the Eyes of Beauty, Queen of Wands, sexiest of all the queens. Perhaps you have very pretty eyes. But in general, this person is, very attracted to you. They are very, very physically attracted to you. As well as being attracted to you in your positive nature and your kind heart. When it comes to the clarity message on there, I feel like another thing perhaps that's a marker of this connection, and it's something that your person appreciates and admires about you, is perhaps that you are somebody who not only is clear-headed and grounded, but you're also somebody that gives them clarity. You're somebody that expresses yourself. This person doesn't have to guess or wonder or try to read your mind. This person knows that if you're feeling some type of way, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, whether there's an issue that you'll need to resolve or the way in which you are feeling about them in a positive way, this person knows that you are going to tell them about it. This person knows that you are going to give them the clarity that they need, and I feel like your person very much so perhaps reciprocates that, or at the very least tries to. All in all, my pile ones, I really, really hope that this makes sense. I hope that this reading resonated with you. Thank you so, so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Hello there, my pile twos. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking of you. Okay, let's see what they think of you and the connection that you share with them. We'll get a couple of tarot cards out here, and then we will pull a few oracle cards as well. we start out with the well. But we will pull a couple of, oh, we got the Three of Wands, which also jumped out for pile 1. But anyway, we will get a couple of oracle cards out here too to see what it is that they admire about you, my pile 2s. And lastly, we have got the Four of Wands. So I like that transition from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands. And if you felt drawn to pile 1 at all for any reason, there's, in my opinion, some like similar messages that are coming through in the sense of this person is planning for a long-term future. This person wants more commitment from this connection. This person wants to make this connection more stable and secure, etc. Basically, that's just to say that this person wants to deepen the level of commitment. This person sees a future with you, and this person seems to be putting in the effort to make that happen. When it comes to the well jumping out first, I usually describe this card as a well of emotions. And of course, generally, those are positive emotions. The feelings that this person has for you are continuing to grow and to evolve. And this person feels like there's a lot of potential for this relationship to continue to grow and to evolve between you both. I feel like with the well, a lot of times it can be the start or the creation of something new. Generally, I feel like whether this is a new relationship and it's literally like a new beginning in love for the both of you, or if it is that the two of you are really working forward toward this future together because you've been together for a fair bit of time now, there's just a lot of positive movement forward, and there's definitely a focus on the future. You know, the feelings between the both of you are growing and evolving as we speak, but you and this person seem to be putting an effort to get y'all to the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is a happy, healthy, committed relationship. It's a happy, healthy home life. It's stability and security. I feel like your person is, wanting and seeing a future with you, and both of you seem to be thinking about that future. Both of you seem to be making positive movement forward toward that future. And at the base of this relationship, let's say, are these strong feelings that you have for one another and the deep emotional bond and connection that you guys have built with one another. Overall, this seems to be, very, very, very positive. Pile 1 was also quite positive as well. This person, views you also as being someone who's very emotionally grounded. They view you as being somebody who is successful and independent and believes in themselves. And they view you as being someone who's very stable and secure. They feel like you are someone who, like, not only do they see a future with you, but it really feels like to me there's been some effort on both sides, especially for those of us that are in established relationships. It really seems like there's been effort on both sides to get to that Four of Wands with one another. It seems like another thing too for some of us, Four of Wands can be a card of moving house. So for some of us, maybe as confirmation, perhaps we've been talking about moving in together. Maybe we've been talking about buying a house together, getting an apartment together, whatever the case might be. But it seems as though you both are very close. Again, within reason. Like confirmation for some of us that are listening to this, absolutely won't resonate for everybody. But for some of us that have been wanting to move in, it seems like both of you are very, very, very close to hitting that goal with one another. So I hope that makes sense for some of us that are listening to this. But all in all, there's a very deep emotional bond. And based on that emotional bond, not only that, but I feel like there's a lot of compatibility within this connection. I feel like the two of you have a lot in common, especially like with the well. The well is just bringing me compatibility. Like both of you, I'm going to say handle or process your emotions in a similar way. And it makes it very easy to relate to one another. It makes it very easy to talk to one another and open up to one another. There's a lot of comfortability within this connection. You both feel, I would say, 100% comfortable being yourselves with and around one another. But when we go to the Four of Wands, it's like there's not just this compatibility in, we like the same types of books or movies. There's also this compatibility in the values and the goals that the both of you share. There's very similar values in what it is that you value in a relationship and what it is that you value in life. there's also very similar goals, especially in regard to, love and romance. Like you might have the same goal. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest, but you might both want kids. You might both want like similar dream homes, um, etc. and so on. But there's a lot of commonalities and compatibility in regard to a whole slew of things, whether it's what you both like, whether it's similar hobbies, whether it's similar values. It seems like the two of you have a lot of these things in common, and that's really what's making both of you work toward, or both put in that effort toward, a future together. And aside from that, it's also that deep emotional connection of the well, that deep well of emotions that the both of you seem to have for one another. Let's get a few oracle cards out here to see what else this person admires about you. We start out with the Ringmaster of Scrutiny, which brings up discernment and clear vision. So ultimately, this person could admire your good judgment. They might find out you're somebody that's very intelligent and wise. They probably come to you for advice. They feel very comfortable confiding in you, and they feel like there is no judgment when they do. The clear vision, I feel like, is a clear vision of the future. Both of you not only have a clear vision of the future that you would like to have together, but you're finding that there's a lot of commonalities or compatibility in that future that both of you want. And other than that, even the details on that card, they might view you as being someone who's very detail oriented. They might view you as being someone who, even at times, is like, I feel like something that they appreciate about you, especially with this card mixed with the well. The well to me is going to bring up our emotions again, like the way that we process our emotions, that we are emotionally grounded, and to see the details and the clear vision, and that he's the master of scrutiny along with discernment, just all leads me to you're somebody that's very logical and practical, but you're also somebody that's very in tune with their emotions and their intuition. And they just overall find you to be someone who is extremely wise and intelligent. So I hope that makes sense. We've got one more card that we are going to pull from here. I thought we were getting one, but it did not jump out. So let's see what the last card will be. My pile twos. Will we get another card to jump out? That is the question. Okay, and we've got another card that jumped out for pile one, the Sun Dancers. Joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. Again, this person might view you as being somebody who's very abundant, very independent, very successful in what it is that you do. This person also really loves being around you. They love being around you. They have a great time whenever they are with you. The two of you seem to really enjoy one another's company. All in all, too, I feel like there's a lot of compatibility between the both of you. There's similar interests, there's similar hobbies, whatever the case might be. So that could be where some of these joyful activities come from. But at the end of the day, I feel like the joyful activity is just the both of you being able to be with and around one another. The two of you really enjoy each other's company so much. So I really, really, really hope that this makes sense. My pile twos. I keep forgetting that this is my pile twos. But I really hope that this makes sense and resonates with you, my pile twos. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Hello there, my pile threes, my tiger's eye pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking of you. We start out with the Page of Swords. We will get a couple of tarot cards out here, and then we will get some oracle cards as well to see what your person admires about you. Let's see, what do they think? We've got the Four of Cups jumping out. What do they think of you and this connection between you both? And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So for me, there's a lot of waiting and sitting around, my pile threes. This might be a very quick reading. So there's a lot of sitting and waiting around, as we can see by the Four of Cups, who is literally sitting there waiting around. missing out on his opportunities. That cup's right there. He's not even reaching out to try to grab it. The Seven of Pentacles is a card which can represent us waiting and questioning. Not really, I'm going to say not really doing much, but in this situation, in this context with two other cards that ain't really doing much, the Seven of Pentacles right now is definitely sitting there, waiting, questioning. As you can tell, he looks like he's taking a little break. And the Page of Swords is a card for me that's always going to represent postponements and delays. As far as what this person is thinking of you and thinking about the connection, it's very possible that this person is feeling like they missed out on their opportunity to do something about the connection. Whether that's they missed out on their opportunity to rectify things between you both, because in this pile, perhaps there has been a history between you. So for me, this makes sense for if this is somebody from our past. It also makes sense if this is somebody from our past that we've never really dated or went down a romantic route with. And this person is like, they've waited too long, or they feel like they've waited too long to do something about it. Whatever the case might be, because even if this is somebody that you have a past romantic history with, it's still like this message of waited too long and now they don't know what to do about it, or they don't know if you would allow them back into your life. But for me also, I want to say like this person seems very unmoving. You know, this person doesn't seem to be doing much of anything in regard to the connection right now. And I apologize. I'll say my usual disclaimer. I apologize if I say anything harsh or hurtful. I'm never trying to be harsh or hurtful. I'm only trying to deliver the reading as accurately and as honestly as I can from reading these cards. And these cards in particular, we get postponements and delays, we get missed opportunity, and we get waiting and questioning and postponement and procrastination. So this person, as far as what they think of you or think of the connection, it just seems as though they're not moving forward with it. The Seven of Pentacles, though, with the thinking and the plotting and the planning, does lead me to believe like this person has you on their mind and this person is thinking of you, but this person is thinking of all the ways in which they waited too long and missed out on their opportunity. So I hope that makes sense or resonates with us or is confirmation for some of us, but that's really what I'm getting from this, or that's the gist of this little tiny spread. So I hope that makes sense for those of us who it is meant for. As far as what this person could admire about you, though, from these cards, we get the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is somebody that's very quick-witted. So they could think that you have a good sense of humor. They could also think that you're somebody who's like very quick to act, but in a good way. Like if there's something that needs to be done, if there's somebody that needs help, you might be someone who immediately jumps in to help or to solve an issue. So this person might view you as being someone who's a problem solver. They might view you as being someone who's helpful, somebody who's quick to act, somebody who's quick to give a helping hand. With the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups is someone who is in a deep, meditative, introspective type of vibe. So they might view you in that regard as being somebody who is very wise, being someone who is very in touch with themselves, somebody who maybe has a strong intuition, someone who, just in general seems to be kind of like, I want to say go with the flow, like somebody who's very calm and even keeled, even mannered or tempered, whatever that word is. But, they just view you as being somebody who's very calm, cool, and collected, let's say. And when it comes to the Seven of Pentacles, this person views you as being someone who not only is independent and has their stuff together now, but you seem to be someone who always has a plan for your future. And I feel like that's something that they admire about you, because you always seem to not only have your stuff together, but you also always seem to have a plan, especially in a career or financial sense. They view you as being someone who, again, has their stuff together. Let's get some oracle cards out here to see what else it is that this person thinks of you and admires about you. My pile threes. We have got the Eagle King, which I find really fascinating considering that this card says both the big picture and angelic help. So again, we get this indication of this person viewing you as being someone who's very helpful and very giving and very kind-hearted, that you're somebody that's quick to jump in or quick to act when somebody needs help, whatever the case might be. When it comes to the big picture, I kind of feel like that goes back into the Seven of Pentacles. Not only do you have your stuff together now in the present, but you seem to have a plan. You know, you're someone that's very capable of seeing the bigger picture. So that's something, again, that this person does admire about you. And we also have the Lady of the Gift with generosity, receiving, and withholding, but we cut off the withholding because we are looking for what it is that this person thinks of you in an admiring type of way. So with the generosity and the receiving, this person yet again views you as being someone who's very generous of your time, generous with your money, just in general generous of spirit per se. When it comes to the receiving, I find that interesting just because there's the postponement and delays, there's the missed opportunities, there's the waiting around and questioning of what it is that they should do. And with the receiving on the Lady of the Gift card, it leads me to believe that this person knows, or feels at least, or thinks at least, that you are somebody who's very patient and understanding. So there's that. But all in all, my pile threes, I feel like this person is at a point where they just feel like they've waited too long to do something about this connection, or they've waited too long to try to rectify things with you if this is someone that you have a history with. So I, again, hope that that makes sense in some way, shape, or form, or again, acts as confirmation for some of us. Thank you so, so much, my pile threes, for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend.